This is Jenny from Awake Mama, and today I want to tell you my secrets on how I prevented pregnancy stretch marks. Now, I know that when you're pregnant, for the most part, maybe you're not, but if you are pregnant and you're freaking out, and I know that when I was pregnant, I was freaking out about getting stretch marks, and of course, I would try not to think about it because I didn't want to attract it, because the law of attraction is real and it does work, right, Camila? Yes, mom. And you know, I would try not to think about it, but I still something inside of me wanted to just stress on how much I didn't want any stretch marks to come out. I do want to say that I come from a family background where my mom and many other family members have gotten stretch marks during their pregnancy. I didn't. Do not be alarmed if your mom, grandma, or whoever has gotten stretch marks when they were pregnant with you or with anybody else, because yes, genetics might play a role in getting stretch marks during pregnancy, but many other factors do come into play as well. And it's really up to you, or in this case, this is what worked for me, and it was up to me to take care of my body and my skin in order to try to prevent them. So I did what I could and it worked for me. So I do want to share my secrets with you. Just stay watching. My number one tip that I want to give you is to drink a lot of water. And I cannot tell you, like, drink a lot of water, okay? Because since the beginning, when I found out I was pregnant, again, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to get stretch marks. I already have stretch marks, okay? I have on my breast, I have on my thighs. Since I was growing up, I thought that was gonna be an issue that I was going to have when it came to my belly growing. So I figured if I would drink a lot of water, my body would stay hydrated, and I started doing that since the beginning. I got a water bottle, and you could just get one anywhere, okay? It doesn't have to be like any like fancy super mega water bottle, just a reusable water bottle that you could just have handy and just refill it wherever you are, wherever you go. Take it with you all the time. Start it if you're like 4 weeks pregnant, if you're 2 weeks pregnant, start right away. You're gonna keep your body hydrated. Obviously, it's not the same thing as a dehydrated body, where it's gonna tend to create more stretch marks, and the stretchiness is gonna cause damage to your skin. Our bodies are over 70% water, so it's very important to keep yourself hydrated, especially when you're pregnant, not only for you, not only for the baby, but also for your body. If you have the option, water or a juice, an orange juice, whatever it is, even if it's natural, drink water. And then when you feel like, okay, I've drank enough water, then you go on to your juices. My tip number 2 is to apply lotion, cream, okay? We keep on hydrating our bodies, not only with water, but also externally with lotion. As soon as I found out that I was pregnant, I started drinking a lot of water and applying lotion 2, 3, 5 times a day, as much as I could, whenever I felt like it. You know, especially when my belly was getting bigger, I would just like go to the bathroom to just pee, because I peed so much, and I would just rub lotion. So for the most part, I applied lotion 2 to 3 times a day. In the morning, just my breast and everywhere, my belly, my thighs, inner thighs, every area that I felt like it was growing, even though it was like my whole body was like getting wider and bigger, but especially in those areas, I applied tons and tons of lotions. And also after taking a shower, sometimes in the middle of the day, again, if I would go use the restroom and I felt like, okay, I feel like I want more lotion, I applied it, because it never hurts to apply a lot of lotion in order to keep your body hydrated. Again, it's not only externally, you also have to drink a lot of water, but if you do these 2 things, it worked for me, so I'm hoping it will work for you too. My tip number 3 is to eat healthy, okay? Do not be dieting when you're pregnant. Just simply try to eat healthy so you do not gain so much weight. I feel like when women are pregnant, they use the pregnancy as an excuse to just eat whatever they want, and oh my God, I'm having all these cravings and I need a whole bucket of ice cream and I need cookies. And I definitely didn't do that throughout my pregnancy. I tried to be aware. I did indulge whenever I felt like it, but I didn't feel like I didn't have the need to be eating cookies constantly. Even before I got pregnant, I'm the type of person to, you know, I like my cookies. I love my chocolate chip cookies, and I would have them before, so I still had them when I was pregnant, but it was nothing like, oh my God, I'm pregnant, now I'm eating so much sugars or so many carbs or any of that. So I tried to be aware of what I was eating, but of course, always putting the baby first and putting the nutrients and the baby's need before anything, but I tried to be aware of what I was eating in order not to gain extra weight besides the one that I needed for a healthy pregnancy. My tip number 4 is to be aware of animals and animals scratching you, okay? I got this tip from someone that I know that was pregnant, and she had 2 beautiful, healthy baby girls. And it wasn't even a tip, she just commented it, but she did say, you know, just be careful. I got my 1 stretch mark in my belly because my dog jumped on me and he scratched me. So then after, like a few days after, a week after, whatever, she got 1 stretch mark. So I took that like if it was like a Bible. And I was so aware of my dog coming near me, or of any dogs, any animals, because I didn't want anything to just scratch my skin. I'm sorry for all the noise Camila is making. I hope you can still hear me fine. I didn't want anything to scratch my skin, and that's gonna bring me to tip number 5. Do not scratch with your nails, okay? I started since the beginning. Everything that I did, I started it since the beginning of my pregnancy. Since I found out that I was pregnant, whenever something would itch, and my belly would itch and all of that, instead of scratching, since the beginning, I started like getting myself used to just going like that with my hands. And sometimes, you know, you could like rub it and go a little faster. You could apply lotion as well, and the lotion helps a lot with the itching. But I definitely did not scratch myself, which is something that I feel like I would do before, especially like I would run, and because of the circulation and blood, my thighs would itch, my butt would itch, and I would just scratch. And I feel like maybe even the stretch marks that I have there is from scratching so hard. So I applied that to my pregnancy, and I did not scratch. Since the beginning, I was like, no. Whenever I wanted to scratch, I reminded myself, just go like this. So by the time I was like 37 weeks pregnant and it was really itching, I would either apply lotion, or my mind was already used to, instead of scratching, so I wouldn't do it by mistake, I would just pass my hands around it and just like rub it. So that's definitely something that I helped. Those 2 things, try to avoid an animal scratching you, and do not scratch yourself. The last thing that I want to mention again is that do not be afraid, and do not be negative and constantly thinking about getting stretch marks, and just enjoy your pregnancy. Don't be thinking that because your mom got stretch marks, your aunt, your grandma, and your whole family has stretch marks because of their pregnancy. Don't think that you're gonna get them as well. Even if your skin is prone to just getting stretch marks, you might not get them. I remember when I first got pregnant, I told a friend of mine, oh my God, like this is like a fear that I have. And it's normal. I wasn't like, oh my God, it's such a huge fear. But of course, I'm a girl, and you know, we always like to look good, and we live in a society where it's so hard on women. So I would think, you know, I already have all these stretch marks. I don't want to get more. And I'm being like super raw and honest with you guys. You know, there's no reason why I shouldn't. And I didn't want to get stretch marks. And it's not a big deal if you get them or if you have them, you know. But I'm talking from my own personal experience, and I guess even insecurities. And I told my friend, and she was like, hey, I have a friend who, the same thing as you, has stretch marks on her breasts, on her thighs, and her mom got stretch marks. And when she gave birth, you know, she still had no stretch marks on her belly until this day. She gave birth, and she has a healthy baby boy, and she got no stretch marks on her belly. So I was like, oh my God, please let that happen to me. And it did happen. Of course, I did take care of myself. I cannot assure you that you are not going to get stretch marks, but I feel like if you could do your part in trying your best, then at least you can be sure that if it were to happen, it was meant to happen. And please, if you do have them, please love your body, because I have stretch marks. It's not something that I don't have. I haven't experienced. Of course, I've experienced stretch marks. I have them right now, and I just rock them. It was something that I didn't want to add more stretch marks into my body, but of course, sometimes we have no control over that. And we just have to think that we are going to birth a beautiful, healthy baby boy or girl. In my case, a beautiful, healthy baby girl. And I am so grateful and appreciative for that. I am grateful that I I was able to become a mother, to experience that. I'm getting goosebumps right now because I am talking from the heart. And for me, that is the most important thing on this planet. I wanted to be a mom so bad. Eventually, I didn't know when, and it happened now. And I am so grateful for that, with or without stretch marks. So it's a plus that I didn't get them, but do not feel bad if you already have some, if you have a lot, because, you know, who knows, life, you never know in the future. I do want to have more kids. Hopefully, you know, I apply the same tips that I'm giving you and all my secrets, and if it works again, then it was for sure, you know, me taking care of my body. But these are the tips that worked for me. These are the things that worked for me, and hopefully they're gonna work for you too. Just do your best, try your best, and forget the rest. I do want to show you what my belly looks now, almost 9 months postpartum. I'm still not at the weight that I want to be, but I want to show you what it looks like. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this video helps you. If you're pregnant, congratulations, congrats. I really hope and wish you the best. I'm sending good positive energies and good vibes your way, and I'm sure you're gonna have a beautiful, or you're having a beautiful, healthy pregnancy, baby boy or girl. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Camila is trying to grab the tripod. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next time. Say bye. Bye. Bye, guys. All right, we're done, Camila.